morning, guys. How are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. It's crack of dawn here. Actually, I'm on my way to start my morning workout, and I figure let me get some videos out. I have a lot of topics to talk to you guys about. It's actually the first time I'm shooting a video this early in the morning, so I hope you guys can see me. Today, we're gonna talk about a topic one of our followers sent us. I guess they saw someone posted it somewhere else and they wanted some clarification on this topic, and so figure why not do a video and break it down for you guys and how it actually works. And what they said was partially correct, but partially correct on a temporary base fix it. Okay, so this is why I'm going to address the topic for you guys today and break the whole thing down for you guys. So the topic was, can removing old addresses from your credit report remove accounts or collection accounts from your credit report? Great topic, by the way. Great question. First off, let me explain to you guys how addresses get and certain personal information get on your credit report. So let's say you have a Capital One credit card. Let's just use that. And when you apply for the credit card, you put your address in where you live. That's where they sent the card to, right? Let's say 2 years later you move and you need to update your address because you want your statements to come to you at your new address, because you don't want to miss a payment, you don't want to miss a statement, and you don't want to get that 30-day lateness report on your credit report. So if you move, most of you guys may be using e-statements, online statements, which means you don't get a physical paper bill in the mail. Most of you guys are still using the paper bill in the mail, which is cool. Some of my bills come paper bill, because I like to read and see the statements on what's going on once in a while, right? For the most part, I know what I charge on my card, so I know what to expect at the end of the month. Anyway, so let's say you moved and you want your statement to go to your new address. You're gonna call Capital One, like, hey, I moved, I need to update my address. And this is how that information gets on your credit report. You're gonna provide it to the creditors, your creditor, the Capital One, and return when Capital One updates your statement the next month with your new bill and your balance, and they report to the credit bureau. That address is going to get pushed and furnished to the credit bureaus. That's how they get that address. Now, let's say you have multiple cards and you have to do the same thing for multiple cards. Multiple cards are going to do the same thing. Now the credit bureau is going to get updated that there's a new address. Now they're going to put that as your new address. When you apply for credit, you get the same thing. You apply for any kind of utility bills in your name, and they run it. They run your credit. Obviously, they actually address and match up if your address matches the credit bureau. If not, they ask you to send documentation. So that is how information gets on your credit report from the creditors. Okay. Now, does it remove negative items off your credit report? Partially, yes. Right. Only collection accounts, though, because if that address does not match up with that collection and the address identification, yes, it will remove it temporarily, and only collections, pay attention to what I'm saying, only collection accounts, third-party collection accounts that are servicing the debt on behalf of the original creditor. So make sure you pay attention to that, what I'm saying. So yes, it will remove it. However, it's a temporary fix. In 30 days, that account will come back on your credit report, or the collection agency is going to send the account back to the original creditor saying it's not your account, or they don't have enough information. Then the original creditor is going to send it to another collection agency, and now it comes back on your credit report with your new information, your new address, and your contact information. Also, you need to understand, when a collection agency, a court, an attorney, a marshal, or someone of the in the legal field is trying to put a judgment or find you or collect a debt, they are using something called Skip Trace. We use Skip Trace in our office too when we represent the banks. Skip Trace allows us to research your data publicly, what we grab from the credit bureaus, and find where you currently are living, where you currently are working, and potentially find your payroll company. All right. So when skip tracing is involved, it's very hard for a collection agency not to have the updated information. So this is why I said that it's partially true. It's a temporary fix, but also 9 out of 10 times it will not work. Okay. because of the skip tracing system that these companies are using to find you. So I just wanted to clarify that for you guys. If you have any questions about this topic, comments, drop a comment below and I'll try to answer for you. And before I go, listen, again, if you have a debt on your credit report, you have to resolve it. It makes no sense you keep trying to dispute it, knowing it's your debt, trying to think that you're not going to be responsible for it and you won't have to pay it. It's a very slim chance you will not have to pay a debt, and that's something small, like a medical bill. You don't have to pay that because it come off your credit report, right? And you have a year to fix it. There's a new medical law, so make sure you Google that to see what works under there. But it's a very slim chance. If it's like a $40 library bill or something from 10 years ago, something like that, you may not have to pay. But when it comes to these big debts that are current, that are within the last 2-3 years of charge off, those are really going to be reported and penalizing your credit, and you're going to get affected. So you're going to have to pay those debts. So instead of trying to do all this song and dance and try to get something off your credit report and waste time and energy and money, just resolve it so you can move on from the situation. Also, before I go, one last thing. This address thing that people are talking about, removing old addresses, will not remove original creditors from your credit report, original charge-offs. All right? So just keep that in mind. Again, if you have any questions, drop a comment below and I will try to answer it for you guys. Talk to you soon. Have a good day, guys.